Child, I just finished at the orthodontist. They've been digging in my fucking mouth for 45 minutes. I'm like tired. Can you see my eyes my eyes was watering and shit. I was just like, when are y'all gonna finish? I'm so sick of these damn braces. I cannot wait to get them taken off. Jada gets hers off in 3 months. They still telling me I got like 6 months left on mine. I am so mad. Anyway, you guys, I gotta hurry up and get through this top of the block so I can get on back to work. I'm taking the liberties of being out a little extra longer so that I can get this done for you guys. With no more further ado, this is just a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. Alright, rock stars, first story up, the story that is on everybody's tongue, and that would be the story of Tristan third trimester Thompson. Y'all, I normally wouldn't make such fun of people, but you know, when you got an idiot such as Tristan on your hands, what can you do but laugh? Okay, so we all know that Khloe Kardashian is in a relationship with Tristan Thompson. They have all but stuffed it down our throats that they are happy and they are in love and they are infanticipating. That's right, you guys. They have a baby girl that is due any day now. Some have even said that she's in contractions and is delivering the baby right now, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. So they announced a few months ago that she was pregnant, and two mixed what is the word that I'm looking for? Mixed opinions. Some were happy for her, some weren't, and I'm sure the Kardashians are no stranger to those type of opinions. Their lives have been nothing but some people liking them and some people not liking them. So this would be no different. However, because it was Khloe Kardashian, many of us have a little bit more patience with Khloe for whatever reason. Not quite sure if it because she doesn't seem as pretentious as the rest of the Kardashian girls, but for whatever reason, Khloe has escaped some of the criticisms that the other girls have had. At any rate, she and Tristan Thompson, I can't get my words together. My mouth, you guys, it hurts. Anyway, she and Tristan Thompson got together a little over a year ago, I guess, amongst some controversy even then, because Tristan had left his then pregnant girlfriend. I don't remember her name, and I didn't write it down, but this girlfriend was also the cousin to Eniko Hart. Okay, fun fact. He had gotten her pregnant. She was somewhere around 6 months pregnant. He decided to jump ship. Many people are saying that he got with Khloe while he was with that girlfriend, including his father, who had no words for his son or his new woman, Khloe, and was supporting the former girlfriend slash fiance slash baby mama, whoever Nico Hart's cousin's name is. Okay, so you know, people didn't see it too much for Tristan, but look, we're all adults. Things happen. Shit happens in life. People have the right to go and move on to whatever relationship that they want to go on to. It's best if you handle it by ending one relationship before you start another one. And we're not privy to exactly what happened behind the scenes. All we do know is he left that girl and now he is with Khloe. And like I said, they had pretty much shoved it down our throats that they were in love. You know, they were taking pictures together. I mean, she ended up moving to Cleveland, I believe, bought a home out there, and yeah, she was gonna make a go of it. And even though we didn't really see it for Tristan, people wanted it to happen for Khloe because of all the shit that she had been through with Lamar Odom. And even then, there are some mixed opinions about her relationship with him. But yet and still, it was established they were together. They got a baby. I want you guys to understand all that, because Tristan Thompson, now he is an NBA player, and you guys know my opinions on NBA players. I believe that all NBA players cheat. Yes, all of them. I am going to be willing to bet 99% of NBA players cheat. And it's all about how well you cover that shit up so you don't get caught. I know many of you guys say the 1% is probably Steph Curry. People still waiting on that story to come out, child. I'm not saying that they cheating. He's cheating nothing. I'm just saying he better keep his shit clean, honey, because people are waiting on that story. Anyway, Tristan Thompson is an NBA player. I'm not too surprised that when he goes out, when he's on the road with the team, even might be when he's at home, I'm sure there are other women around that are willing to graciously fill in the time for Tristan while he's away from his dear Khloe. Back in October, evidently, he was at a hookah lounge. I think they said in DC. He was caught on surveillance camera messing around with these three girls, okay? He's on the couch with these two girls. He's kissing them. I mean, tongue kissing them. You know, he's splurting people in their chests. I don't know if that's what they call it now, but you know, that's what I always called it when I used to do it to the kids. You know, he just put his face in her boobs, and the girls grabbing his crotch and grabbing his ding ding and all of that. Okay, that was caught on video, but that was back in October. And now back in October, they're saying that Khloe Kardashian was 3 months pregnant. They held on to that video. You can't tell me that they didn't know about this video already and that it just so happened to surface now. I believe that the blogs, TMZ, and the like already had that information and they held on to it because it's very coincidental that he was in New York and he was caught at a club. He had like some sort of hoodie or a towel or something over his head, but he was talking. Now, when I first saw the video of him at this club, it looked like he was talking very closely with this girl. People were saying that he was caught kissing her, and I was like, that doesn't look like a kiss to me. It looks like it's loud in the club. They're talking closely, you know, they're leaning in. Whoever was recording him was taking it from the vantage point of they were behind him, so you could actually see her face and you couldn't see his face. You could just see the back, but you know, as he moved around, you knew that it was Tristan Thompson. Okay, so I was just like, that doesn't look like a kiss to me, so I'm not really willing to bet that that's him. I mean, that's him kissing her. But then when you couple that video from October and this footage that they got from him supposedly kissing this girl at the club, I'm sure the blogs was like, okay, now we ready to let it go. Okay, and even TMZ, who we all know the Kardashians have them pretty much in their pocket, but even TMZ could not ignore a story such as this. This is too large to ignore. I'm sure they gave them a heads up. Look, we got to do this. We'll try to make it as painless as possible, but it's coming. So they released that. Okay, soon after that, we saw videos of somebody is watching him at this point, following him to his team hotel. Him and this girl, I didn't got her name. They have her Instagram name out there. It's on the Shade Room. Something like Lana or Alana somebody. I'm sorry I didn't get the name down, but that's not really important. I know you guys out there that's nosy as shit will find it anyway. But they have video of him going in and out of this hotel 2 and 3 times with the same girl, different times of the day. The last time that he was seen going in with her, she did not come out until the very next afternoon, and also in her same clothes that she had went in the former, you know, the former times that they had seen her going in and out. So, you know, you ain't got to be a genius to know that motherfuckers ain't in the hotel just shooting the shits. I'm sure there was some of that in there, but a man who's supposed to be in a relationship with a woman by the name of Khloe Kardashian, who is 9 months pregnant, due any day now, had just posted a post saying, we are ready for you when you are, baby girl. A very suspect picture, might I add, of Tristan sitting up on a fucking counter and she down on the ground and she kissing me. I said, what the fuck? What man sits on the counter like that? He was all perched. You know, he was that big motherfucker too tall to be sitting on somebody's damn counter. This footage came out and I felt a whole bunch of ways about it. I mean, as a woman, I feel bad for Khloe. We have seen in the past that Khloe falls hard for whoever she's in a relationship with. And she wants to be in one so bad. It's too bad that she chooses to be in relationships with NBA players who notoriously and historically don't really have a good reputation for being the most faithful. So I felt bad for her, especially considering she's about to have a baby. Nobody needs to get this information now. But as bad as I felt for Khloe, I feel like Tristan has got to be one of the stupidest people on this earth. Now, you guys have been watching me for a long time. You guys know I like the Kardashians. All right, I don't have a problem with them. I have explained to you many, many times, and Tristan probably doesn't watch Top of the Block, so he doesn't know this, obviously. But the Kardashian, that is a machine. All right, it is an operation. And when men get involved with the Kardashians, what you best do is try not to get too caught up in the gears. You will get mangled by the Kardashian machine. There has been no man that has been in a relationship or involved with the Kardashians that hasn't had some sort of blemish left on their reputation. And all the way up to Kanye. So for Tristan to feel like he can be so openly cheating, like you're not even trying to, have your shit set up, a little place set up in New York, and that's your little other spot, and you at the hotel just walking in, hey, how you doing? Walk in, open the door for the girl, go in with her and all that. I was just like, you are stupid. Do you not think that these people are watching you, especially with Khloe about to go into labor? Like you feel like you just got it so. I just was like, you guys don't like when I say retarded, but he is stupid. And I think we all could look forward to Kris Jenner completely ruining his life. It's not going to be good for old Tristan. I mean, it's all over Instagram that, Khloe was heartbroken and she cried all night and the family is so worried about her, and her mental faculties while she's preparing to have this baby. Some are even saying that she's having contractions. I don't know if that is or isn't because of this story. I mean, she was due any day now. But, the way they have spun it, they don't really have to spin something like this. I mean, no woman deserves to see they fucking man going in and out of the goddamn hotel while you 9 fucking months pregnant, okay? So that would upset any of us, I would think. But the way that they are going to come at Tristan, they can't do it right now because they have this baby that they have to be concerned with and trying to make sure that Khloe has a baby and everything. But you best believe that Kris Jenner is going to ruin his life. And I know a lot of you guys will be like, why everybody got to be so afraid and think that the Jenners got it? Kris Jenner has a lot of people in her pocket, in the media. These blogs, these TV shows, these entertainment channels and all of that. And you guys might not think that people don't have control over what is and isn't said on the air. But to a certain extent, she does. They've got this TV show. It's just not good. It's not good that Tristan thought he was above the scrutiny of the Kardashian machine. He's stupid, you guys. I don't feel sorry for him at all. I thought it was really big of the baby mother, for her to say that, people shouldn't gloat in his downfall and, shouldn't want bad things to happen to somebody just because they may have not done the right thing in the past. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she's saying. That was very big of her. It ain't gonna make a difference though, because people already don't like the Kardashians, and then you got something like this, okay? So I'm just like, there's really no way for them to escape it. The good that comes with being a Kardashian, you also have to take the bad, and they know that. But I'm sure Khloe was not wanting to have to deal with that, especially right now. I keep on biting the inside of my mouth, and I gave Jada my damn wax. So my mouth is going to be all toe up today. But, yeah, it's terrible. They say that Tristan hasn't been able to be around Khloe. They, keeping him apart from her. I was like, well, is it her house or is it his house or is it their house? Okay. I know she bought her own place there. Does he still have his place? I don't even know what's going on there. All I'm just like is, you're an idiot. You are stupid and you're dumb. But I didn't really feel it for Tristan from the beginning. I was just giving him the benefit of the doubt because, like I said, relationships end all the time and we don't know the ins and outs of what might have happened with him and his baby mama. But now that he's improved, he's then gave everybody the opportunity to say, see, this is what you do. Okay, you woman get to that 3rd trimester and you out. He might be one of them niggas that don't really like, pregnant women. I used to have a friend, he didn't like to be with his woman when she was pregnant, didn't like when she was on her cycle, he would stay away from. I was like, what kind of childish foolishness is this, Negro? Do you know that we are women? We have all these things going on with our body, and he would get so squeamish and everything around those times that I was just like, you are a childish fool. And Tristan might be one of those kind of people too. He just can't hang. He like his women, when they svelte and thin and ready to go, not when they got a gut full of baby. Okay, so. And people have been speaking out trying to be supportive of Khloe and everything. Ain't really nothing you can say. You just gotta ride it out, Khloe. You win some, you lose some. You got a beautiful baby girl, hopefully. I'm sure she'll be healthy out of this whole thing. Girl, go get you a banker or somebody. Go fuck with these NBA players. Y'all ain't never gonna be right. They ain't never gonna be right. Hey, tried to tell y'all, y'all gonna stop fucking with these players. What y'all think about Tristan and Khloe? Do you feel bad for him? Do you feel bad for her? Do you feel like he was set up? He could have been, but still, you stupid. You let yourself get set up at this point. You should be super leery of anybody at this point. So I'm just like, I don't know. But that's it, y'all. Well, let me move on. I've been talking about this shit so long and I got a whole lot more to talk about. So let me know what you guys think about in the comments. I'm gonna have to turn the ear on in a second. So your girl Mariah Carey gave an exclusive interview to People magazine, and she finally came out and said that she has been diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder. Not quite sure, wasn't sure what the 2 made, you know, what was different between the 1 and the 2. So I looked it up and they said that it is a less extreme version of bipolarism. You still have the manic, you know, mood swings and everything, but it's just to a lesser degree. She was diagnosed with it back in 2001, you know, and that's not much of a surprise to any of us, because even Marshall Mathers, okay, your boy Eminem tried to warn us, tried to let us know that the girl definitely had some mental issues, and who would know better than Eminem, who has them himself, and is, you know, his family, mama, baby mama, all of them was dealing with a lot of issues. So he obviously recognized the symptoms. It wasn't that hard to see. Mariah Carey had like a lot of success. She was huge and it proved to be a lot on her, a lot for her to deal with. So we saw kind of like the mental and physical breakdown of Mariah Carey back at the beginning of 2000. She was on different shows and it just was seeming like shit wasn't going well, and then it got to the point where her team was trying to protect her from being on camera, and we saw it. She was having a breakdown, but they never said anything. They, you know, she was hospitalized, and that was when she was diagnosed. However, she said that she didn't want to admit to herself that that's what the problem was. So she was diagnosed back in 2001, but I don't believe she's been really getting treatment for it until recently. She had to come to terms with it, and now she's getting, you know, medication and therapy, and she says that it has helped her. Okay, her form of bipolarism, along with the depression, she said, was like insomnia, but it wasn't the lay awake and just count sheep and stay in the bed in the dark type of insomnia. It was just, she would keep going. She wouldn't go to sleep at night. She'd be in the studio all day, all night, and just going and going and going and going. Eventually your body can't take that. It hits a wall. And so I guess that would be when she would have her swings. And I'm surprised that she hadn't been taking medication for it. She must have been self-medicating or something, because there were times over the years, especially when she was on American Idol, that's when I really noticed that there would be times when she just would seem like she was like catatonic. Nicki Minaj was giving her grief, stressing her the fuck out, and she just kind of seemed like the reactions were so delayed, and I was like, something is not right with Mariah Carey. And there's been other times when she's on stage and she's in interviews, you know, it just always seemed like the connections, there were some misfirings there somewhere, that she was having a hard time even communicating her thoughts sometimes. So I'm glad that she was able to finally admit to herself, because everybody else already knew that there was something amiss there, that, you know, she needed the help. She went and got the therapy and got help. I mean, she has 2 kids that she's trying to raise. She's not married any longer. You know, Nick, I thought it was cool of Nick that he's never ever spoken ill about Mariah Carey. Not in that way. He hasn't spoken ill of her at all. So I thought that was good that, you know, that wasn't his story to tell, so he didn't. And hopefully, you know, Mariah Carey will be back on the up and up and recovering well, and, you know, reacting to her medication well. So bipolarism and mental health is important, especially in our Black community. And, you know, even though I joke around, and everybody jokes around and teases about people being crazy and everything, I mean, it's a real thing. And if you have a problem, it's definitely something. There's help out there. And I've even had it. I've told you guys I've taken antidepressants. I had postpartum psychosis. I have a video about that, so you guys can watch that. I mean, I've had my share of feeling like I was a couple of screws loose as well. So that's why I feel like I can joke about it, because it happens to people. Normal people who have regular jobs, regular lives and everything. Sometimes it's just too much, and it's never bad to reach out and get the help for it. So good for Mariah Carey. She's got her medication, she's got her therapy, she's going to be doing much better. Alright, rock stars, congratulations are in order, of course, to Cardi B. She is the it girl. Last Friday, April 6th, she came out with her debut album, Invasion of Privacy. It is expected to be #1. I guess we'll get those official numbers sometime today or tomorrow after a week has passed. She released a couple of songs from the album. Cardi B is winning right now. She was everywhere. It was like a Cardi B explosion in the media circuits. She was on Saturday Night Live with Chadwick Boseman, who is also riding his own wave of success from the Black Panther movie and him being Black Panther. So they put her on there with him. That was a win-win. You know, she's been on the media circuit, like I said, Breakfast Club and all this. She also co-hosted. She was the first co-host for Jimmy Fallon on his nighttime talk show. Was a hit over there. I mean, everybody loves Cardi B. Her album is a good, solid debut album. I did not necessarily like that first song that they released. So when Drip came out, I was like, okay, this is better, but I'm still going to wait and see what the album is doing. And when I listened to the album, I was just like, okay, this is definitely a solid debut album. You guys know how I feel about Cardi B. I'm a fan of Cardi B. I am a fan. I have been from the beginning. Well, not necessarily the beginning. When she first came on Love and Hip Hop, she worked my nerves. But as I started to see her story progress and see, you know, that she was serious and that, you know, that it was really going to happen for her, I really wanted it to happen for her. I just am happy that, you know, somebody that, I hate the term comes from nothing, because she doesn't come from nothing, but, you know, somebody who comes from very meager beginnings as far as the music industry is concerned, and then she gets to this type of success in her life. I'm happy for her. She's a woman. It's Black Girl Magic, Fist Pump of Righteousness, all of that. When she was on Saturday Night Live, she also announced that she was pregnant, which most of us had already kind of decided that she was, because we hadn't really seen her. She wasn't, and it was all this talk that she was pregnant. Many people went on to express their displeasure with her personal choice, kind of making it seem like her career was over now, right when she's at the height of it, because she has a new baby boy or girl that she has to contend with and has to deal with. And we can't ignore the fact that her relationship with Offset has rubbed us the wrong way. Offset being caught out there cheating numerous times and different things. And, you know, whatever it is, the decision that she's made to stay with him, she's not leaving him. So this is what it is. She's got a baby coming with Offset. She seems to be very, very happy, but she was nervous, obviously, because of people voicing their opinions, how she shouldn't have did this, even to the point where they said that her career was over. To that I say, hey, babies come at the most inopportune time. Sometimes you plan for them, sometimes you don't. Yeah, she's definitely going to have to slow down some when she has the baby. I mean, she has to have the baby. She has to have some recovery time. But all in all, that really only takes a couple of months. And once you, for a person that is determined to make it at all costs, look, you're a fucking millionaire, you're a grown-ass woman, you have a team, you can afford all the help that you need. Bundle that damn baby up and get on the road. Do what you gotta do. But it's not going to be like somebody who ain't really got it together and trying to have this baby and still trying to get going. She is already going. She's in the motion. So a baby at this point in her career, I don't see it stopping anything. Maybe she'll make decisions differently, but it's still going to come down to what she wants to do in her own career. So I don't see it being that much of a problem. I started to just feel like people were talking so negatively is because they just really wanted something bad to say. Cardi B has her fans, she has her stans, and then she's got her haters like anybody else. But I honestly feel like she is going to be fine. Now, the inevitable. Throughout Cardi's career, she has been a thorn in Nicki Minaj's side. There was really no way to not compare the two. They have some parallels in their images. Not only that, y'all, I'm biting my tongue and shit, so when I fuck up words, just give me a pass. But not only that, but, you know, Nicki Minaj had been pretty much the queen rapper, rap girl, whatever you want to call it, for years and years with really no competition going against her. So when Cardi B came, it was like this fresh, new face, new girl, new sound, new, you know, it's debatable if you want to say new look or not, but I mean, she was somebody else. And a lot of people put their energy into comparing the two. So I figured that Nicki Minaj would come out with something soon after Cardi B let her album out. And sure enough, a few days after her album came out, then we started seeing the visuals for a new album or a new song. I think it's called Chun-Li and Barbie Tings, I think it's called. 2 new songs from Nicki Minaj. And I was excited. I was like, okay, shit, I knew it was coming, Nicki. Come on with the shit. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Because I like Nicki Minaj as well. I feel like, fuck, it's enough cake out here for everybody to eat. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So to me, it was good marketing for Nicki Minaj. You know, she sat Cardi B out. My opinion is they were trying to sit each other out, trying to see who was going to come out with something first, and they were continuing this whole sitting each other out thing until Cardi B got pregnant. Now Cardi B is pregnant, changes shit up completely. Now we got to get all these videos done for these singles that they plan on releasing, because eventually her stomach is going to be big and they don't want to wait 9 months and, you know, a couple of months into her recovery. Anything can happen. So now the rush is to get all this out, and that's why all of a sudden Cardi B, this is my opinion, put her album out. That works marketing wise well for Nicki Minaj, because now, you know, everybody can listen to Cardi B, and you know, Nicki Minaj can even maybe possibly tweak her album, listen to what Cardi B has on hers, and then tweak her album to make sure that she's got some hardcore bangers on there. Because listen, no matter how much we want to say that women need to come together and black girl magic and women are stronger together and all this kumbaya-ness, the fact of the matter is we are going to compare Nicki Minaj to Cardi B. Not only because as a society it's normal for us to pit women against each other, but setting that aside, we have to remember that this is rap. Rap was built on the stage of bravado and who is the king and who is at the top. Even though men aren't pit against each other to fight, men still claim the title. I mean, you got Drake, you got Big Sean, you got Kendrick Lamar, you know, you got what's that other one? J. Cole. Everybody always saying that they are the top, they are the king. So yeah, this is a moment where Nicki Minaj, who has been considered the queen all this time, is, I don't even know what to call it, reclaiming her throne, or you know, but it's time. Nicki's got to prove herself, and that's too bad because she has been at the top all this time. But you know, Nicki took some hits. Nicki got into that shit with Remy Ma. The couple of songs that she has released have not done well. She's just done some features on some songs. The personal shit that's been going on in her life, her breakup with Meek, her shit with her brother. Even though that doesn't have anything to do with her, I mean, that still has to take a toll on her personally. So Nicki has had a lot of shit where she's just been trying to just kind of chill in the background, but people have been really on her to come out with something because of Cardi B. And you best believe that she feels that pressure. A lot is riding on this album. These 2 singles that they released today. I haven't heard them because they're probably on Tidal. I looked all over the internet, and I just heard like a little piece of one of the songs, not even sure which one it was. I think it was the Chun-Li song. But this is an important time for Nicki Minaj. And I've been telling you for the longest, like, Nicki, girl, you got to come out with something, girl. You got to come out with something, girl. You got to come out with something. So now she's about to do it. I'm here for it, though. Like, I want to see this whole... And you know, I want to have more people to listen to than just a Cardi B, or just the same, like, I want to have more people to listen to than just a Beyonce or a Rihanna, or, you know, the side effect of the fans and people just really putting them together. That's just something that they will always have to deal with. Thus far, neither one of them have spoken bad about each other, and I'm glad of that. But we'll see what happens once Nicki Minaj's album comes out. If everybody is able to remain mature and stay in their lanes, and because everybody has their own bona fide lanes, okay? I'm sure it's stressful times for Nicki, but Nicki has hardcore fans out there that are going to be there for her no matter what. And then she's got this group of people that are just kind of waiting and seeing, and that's sort of where I am. I'm just gonna wait and see. But it definitely was a windful week for Cardi B, and the spotlight is on Nicki. So you guys let me know what you think about all of this. Okay, it's an exciting time. Aren't you guys excited to see the girls go at what they do best? I really am. You know, I always enjoy good new music, and Like I said, I haven't been impressed with Nicki Minaj's music. I would like for her to get back to the old ways that she used to be. We won't even get into the reasons why she may or may not sound like that any longer. But yeah, you guys, we gonna see what happens with old Nicki and her new album, and Cardi B and her new album. You guys let me know what you think about it. What's your favorite songs on the Cardi B album? Are you looking forward to Nicki's new music? Leave all that below. Alright, you guys, so I had to turn on the air. It's hot as fucking here, so y'all might hear the air blowing in the background. What's next? Child, Congress is so fucking sick of Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. If you have been watching the congressional hearings that Mark Zuckerberg has been sitting up there with them, you would notice. And the reason why he is there is, in short, now I haven't really been following this too much, like everything political, because there's so much shit going on. I have tuned out of everything. I've told you guys that a lot before, and that's not the best way to approach things, but that's the way I'm dealing with it today. But I did read up on this whole Facebook issue. In short, Facebook has been collecting personal data on their users, even on non-users, and keeping it for whatever reason. The users on Facebook, and like I said, some non-users, were not aware that their personal data has been collected. So you guys know when you do all those cute little surveys and all of these things, and you think it's innocent when you're trying to find out what fucking Disney princess you are, some shit like that. Okay, well, Facebook has been collecting that data. And even though it may sound harmless, not necessarily so. They're saying that the algorithms of Facebook has been biased so that when people are on Facebook, they may or may not see certain information, certain posts. It may or may not come across their feed according to the personal data that has been kept in Facebook's servers or whatnot, okay? So they would use that information to control the thinking of people that were on Facebook, okay? Most importantly, political matters. Facebook had a very strong hand in filtering and controlling political content that was used to sway voters in whichever direction, you know, people that were on their ways to the polls. So Facebook, even though it seems very harmless, was doing quite a bit and was attacking different demographics of the community, of the Facebook community, according to what they knew about you personally. And then they was doing all of this, and their user agreement, you know, their terms and conditions weren't clear. I mean, one of the congressmen was just like, listen, what you need to do is take your ass on back to wherever you came from, go talk to them $1,000 an hour lawyers that you have, and tell them to rewrite this shit in layman's terms so the average person can understand it, because it's obvious that you guys wrote these terms to protect Facebook and not the user. Okay, the shit don't make no sense. The man said, put that shit in English, not Swahili. Child, he was so done with Mark, and Mark was like, you know, the whole thing just kept on saying throughout the congressional hearing, you know, as he took his thousands of sips of water, that he'll get his team to work on it and get back to you. As far as the Congress is concerned, you guys got a lot of work to do. I stopped dealing with Facebook years ago because something told me something like, I didn't know it was going to be to this extreme, but I just started to feel like my privacy was at stake. I would see shit of people I wasn't following, you know, no more, and it was all this stuff coming across my feed, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And I had just got to the point where the people that I want in my life, you know, I just talk to them every day. I ain't really necessarily had to be dealing with people from my past and high school and all of that. I didn't really care too much anymore. So I got off of Facebook years ago, but I kept my fan page, my It's Rocks page, because of my YouTube channel. And then Facebook got in touch with me and told me that, you know, they didn't want people to just have fan pages without it being attached to a personal page. Well, I was like, well, I'm not starting my personal page back up. So they were like, okay, well, you can give us your driver's license or your social security number or a utility, you know, some sort of bill with your name. I was like, what? Excuse me? All this for a fucking social media site? I got to give this. Now, I understand they was trying to weed out fake websites and fake Facebook pages and everything, but I was just like, driver's license and social security number? I really don't think so. So that's when I let my Facebook It's Rocks page go. I guess it's still up. People can probably still see old shit of mine, but I was just like, fuck that. I'm not giving you guys that for social media. I'm not even making money on Facebook. Like, what y'all need all that for? So no. So I just got rid of Facebook, and I'm glad I did. Okay, they probably still got my shit from before, but you know, I just knew that Facebook was getting so big and to this point where it just didn't seem safe anymore. And I still feel like that about Facebook, and I won't get back on Facebook. So, not surprising, and they lowered the boom on old Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, I guess you feel a little sorry for him. You know, this is the little, you know, poor little white boy from college who just, you know, looked up on something like this and made billions of dollars from it. But we can't put it past, like Congress said. You guys knew what you were doing. And you guys have, unbeknownst to the user, okay, made that environment not necessarily the safest. Okay? So, fix it, Mark Zuckerberg. What you guys think about it, though? I know most of you guys are on Facebook. Has it changed any? Do you guys feel any safer? Do you feel like it's some bullshit? Okay? Y'all tell me about it. But yeah, no more Facebook for old Rocky. Guys, sad news to report, the show The Quad has been canceled. That is the scripted drama on BET. Was in the second season, actually just showed the finale the other day. It has been canceled. Yeah, you guys remember the show. I used to review it last season. When the second season came, I didn't review it because I already had too much on my plate, but I have still been watching the show, and not necessarily surprised that they canceled this show. Last season was good. This season, look, I don't really know what a showrunner is exactly, and I don't even know if they have showrunners for scripted shows, but in my mind, a showrunner is somebody that kind of keeps the storyline intact and focused so that it don't get all over the fucking place and start to lose its audience because there's so many things going on, and that may not be what a showrunner really is, but in my mind, they needed somebody like that. There were entirely too many stories that they didn't follow up on from the first season. They introduced all these new stories the second season. I feel like they were trying to kind of be like socially conscious and add a lot into the mix. However, it just like felt like every new episode it was something else. Never any clear closure on any of the other storylines. So I was just like, I could see as it was going on that they were going to cancel. I was like, this show is not going to make it. And sure enough, right after the season finale aired, they said that it was canceled. But BET was like, hold on, I got something for you. So they have come out with this new show called In Contempt, and it is a legal drama, pretty much like the legal dramas that you have seen in the past. However, it is with a black female lead. What is her name? It's the girl from Survivor's Remorse. It stars Erica Ash, Richard Lawson. You guys know that's Tina Lawson's love of her life, child. And Christian Keys. Okay, and he's also from the show, I believe, Saints and Sinners. I did watch it last night, and I actually enjoyed the show. I like Erica Ash. I think she's a good actress. And so far, so good. We'll see as it goes, though. You guys know BET does not have the best track record for keeping, you know, quality shit on air, so we just gonna hope for the best. But yeah, the Quad is gone. Feel bad for Anika, what's her name? Feel bad for Anika Noni Rose, who left Power, which was a definite hit show, to get the lead on this show, and then for it to get canceled. Like, it kind of leaves her out of a job, and she can't even go back to Power because they killed her on there. But she'll land on her feet. She's very talented. She sings, she acts, she can dance. Okay, she's a triple threat, so it'll happen for her, but just too bad that it had to happen this way. Have you guys watched In Contempt, though? What do you guys think about the show? Were you guys still watching The Quad? Child, you wasn't missing much if you wasn't. I gotta hurry up through my quickies. My startup disk is almost full. Update on the CDC worker Timothy Cunningham. They found his body in the Chattahoochee River. You guys probably already know this. Remember, we talked about how he was a CDC worker. He had left work early because he was upset about not getting a promotion. His parents said that they had spoken to him on the phone and they had a disturbing conversation with him. So they went to the place and found that even though all of his belongings was still at the house, he was not there. They did find his body, like I said. I guess it's been a month, or has it been about a month or two later? In the Chattahoochee River, and they're saying that it's likely that he drowned and that there was no foul play. I'll give it the side eye. There were a lot of other little conspiracy theories surrounding his disappearance and now death. So we'll see if anything else comes up about this story. But yeah, Timothy Cunningham, the family can finally lay him to rest. He has been found dead. Lil Wayne can breathe a sigh of relief. He has found out that he is not the father of 16-year-old Dwayne Brown. Keosha Watkins was Dwayne's mama, and Keosha and Lil Wayne evidently had a relationship, or not even a relationship, maybe a hookup back in 2001, I believe it is. And ever since then, she has been saying that Lil Wayne has been the dad. Now, he's been ignoring her and not, paying her dust basically until the courts decided to tell him that he needed to pay her $5,000 a month until they could get this situated. And he was like, oh, hell no. That's when he jumped to action. But that was only a couple of years ago. And he finally took the paternity test. And like I said, it has been proven that he is not the father. So I guess Keosha, she can take it on down to Maury and, go on and test all of the other, high quality, upstanding gentlemen that she may have slept with back in 2001. Lil Wayne ain't the one, no. Bill Cosby is in round 2 of his sexual assault trial. They are starting it over again in Philadelphia with a bang. They say that actress Nicole Rochelle decided to stage a protest. She took her clothes off, or took her top off, and she had all these things scrawled over her, and she jumped in front of them, screaming obscenities and chanting something. I'm not quite sure what it was, but she said the goal was to make him uncomfortable and make him feel just as bad as he has made his victims feel in the past. Now, she was not a victim. However, she was actually on the Cosby Show as a child actress back in the day. They said about 4 episodes. And while she personally didn't have any problem with him, she stands with the victims. She's a part of this European feminist group, Femen, which was also written on her chest and everything. And child, they had hemmed old girl up in the fucking bushes. I was like, y'all gonna scratch her titties and nipples and shit is gonna get all fucked up in them bushes. But honey, they didn't care. She didn't care either, because honey, she kept on chanting and screaming and yelling. And I don't know if Bill Cosby saw it or not. They say that he is 100% blind now, so I'm not quite sure. But he did make some sort of face, so maybe he's just legally blind, but he was able to say. But yeah, honey, Nicole gave it to him. And then in the nigga please section, we're gonna have to give it to Killer Mike today. Let me first just say that I really like Killer Mike. I like what he has to say. I think he's smart. I think he is concerned and cares about our community, all of that. But even people like a Killer Mike can make a mistake every now and then. He had a little faux pas a couple of weeks ago. I was very disappointed with the fact that he had even given an interview with the NRA, considering the NRA does not have our best interests, our community's best interests at heart. So the fact that he would even sit down and talk to them, I was just like, that was a mistake. He's a gun owner, like a lot of black people are, including myself, my family. We have guns in our home. But for him to say the things that he said, you saw how they used it. They did not air the interview when you originally said it. They waited until the babies was about to do their march, and then they released it. Okay, basically him saying that, they a gun owning family and that he doesn't support kids that are doing walkouts. I don't even really agree with that, okay? Because kids have the right to, even though you have a right as a family to have a gun, or as a man to have a gun, or as a woman to have a gun, children have also the right to go to school and not get shot at, okay? So we don't see eye to eye on this issue here. So I had a problem with that, but you know what? He apologized. He tried to explain what he meant. We moved on from there. Now, Joy Reid has been vocal about the things that he said as well, and did not agree with him as well. And I'm sure he remembered that, and Killer Mike has been in his feelings about it ever since. So Joy Reid was on her Instagram and she posted, and I quote, "And not to be outdone, glam looks and savvy chicks who rock the H&M for our Elgin Baylor shoot," unquote. Well, Killer Mike saw that and he immediately pounced on it. Okay, social media, that's what it's there for, you guys, to express your feelings, right? Okay, well, he got out there and said, and I quote, "So me doing an interview about black gun ownership with the NRA is bad, but you promoting a company that tagged a black child a monkey is good, cool, acceptable. Okay, check. Shaking my head, niggas." Well, you guys know Joy had to hurry up and get his ass together. She was like, "Nigga, let me tell you something," and I quote again, "H&M stands for hair and makeup. The two women beside me in this pic did my hair, H, and makeup, M, for a shoot. And here I was thinking you were an intellectual and not just the guy who hangs out in the sunken place talking guns with the NRA's official black guy. Also, who starts a feud in Instagram comments? Is your Twitter account locked? And I saw that and I was like, girl, you had to go on to tell him. It's too bad, though. It's too bad because Mike usually does better at talking and expressing himself and not putting his fucking foot in his mouth. But, you know, there comes times in everybody's life when you just need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, okay? My mama used to tell me all the time, whenever you start making a whole bunch of mistakes, that's because you're doing too fucking much, okay? She never would put the fuckings in there. I'm putting that in there for emphasis for y'all. But you're doing too much. Slow it down. Stop. And then that way you will get some clarification. But if you just finger on the trigger all the time and ready to go, then things like this happen. So, you know, Killer Mike did have to accept the fact that, you know, he had egg on his face. And he did apologize. He's supposed to go on her show and they're going to talk about gun control and gun laws and all of that. So, I mean, I guess some good will come out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna need Killer Mike to just sit it on down. Shut it on up. Y'all, this eyelash is giving me grief. Anyway, you guys, let me get off of here. I got to get back to work. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.